NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Goff going to look to throw right away. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Goff now looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start, dropping his first target. Let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll have opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 4 inches. Off play action. Here's Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, it's Walker.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first in this one.
Extra point up and through 9 yards. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And Sharp calls it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Goff on first down. Past the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chart. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Geno now to throw. And this is incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 in the Seahawk first. Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
gone. It's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
From the 27, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Goff on 1st down. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions have moved out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 with the 46. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18 run.
Throwing now is Geno. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Seahawks at 1-8 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now. Losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Walker going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a Wallace for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready?
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They have the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. They run out of the gun with Swift.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Let's go now.
Now Gino on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
On 1st down, it's gone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, Goff.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think.
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here we go.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's right. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's not critical about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
That'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, here's Swift. Down to the 42, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Back to throw, Smith. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To the air again, Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Now Myers for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A shotgun snap for goal. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Goff now looks to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Goff throwing complete for Swift. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now gone. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 65 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Come on. Hey.
And going right back to Walker. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And now here is another interception. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. From the red zone now, Goff. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 in... at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Geno down to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Goff going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Goff now to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. His throw incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap for Smith.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw is Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Castillo.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
One last throw here for Smith. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Lions, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.